I was there playing some music, and then I left for a second and grabbed some water bottles. Came back in the exact spot that I was in. It was just a guy, just like I guess writhing is the best word. Banging his head and his elbows and everything all over the ground, and this is weird. But it ended like the episode was ending. Got close. The guy was like, "Please get away! Please, don't get close!" And then he's like, "But we're okay. We're okay, and you don't look okay." The guy's ripping out like tufts of his own hair. I don't know how to help this guy. I didn't want to put hands on him, try to sit him up or anything, because first of all he was just thrashing like that, and specifically told me not to get close to him. But I was reluctant to want to call for some help, because I didn't want the cops to show up and just do whatever they want to him, which is probably gonna be something violent. Knows any other type of numbers? I didn't know nobody around that either. So I called 911. So I called, and, "What's your emergency?" I just said, "Someone's having a seizure," um, just to try to keep it medical and not to involve anything that has to do with whatever his behavior or any of the things that he said or any threat I might have felt. I didn't feel like a major threat. He wasn't trying to get at me. He was hurting himself. But it still was a weird position to be in. But I didn't want to mention any of that stuff. I just wanted to make it known that yeah, this guy needs help right now, and it's medical. So the department came, and they had protective stuff on, as far as communicable diseases, protected from that. They had yellow plastic coverings on, masks and gloves, and they approached him, try to approach. I guess it looked like they were trying to approach him pretty calmly, but he was still flipping around, and they were just trying to talk to him and get pieces of information that could be good for that. Trying to get information about his health, and they ended up restraining him because he was wasn't able to contain himself. And by that time, he'd already cut up his elbow, his feet, his head, just by slamming himself all over the ground and slamming his own self. No one else was there touching him, doing that. So when they came to the scene, when they touched him, the only thing they touched him was to get him onto a gurney, basically, and keep him secure on the gurney so he wouldn't flip off of it. And they did all that really, I don't know, I really, when I saw them, I appreciated the fact that there was a number of times when they could have felt threatened, or they could have felt wow, this guy's actions could hurt me right now. He might kick me, or whatever. But they kept the priority on making sure that he got the medical attention that he obviously needs. I don't know, I don't know exactly what they did for him. Once they left and got him to the hospital, but they said they were taking him to the hospital, which seemed like he needed that.
I think the ultimate takeaway from this situation is that the person calling to report whatever issue has a lot of power. If he would have called and felt like he was threatened, like many people do when calling the police on young black men or black people in general, or people of color, or people in mental health crises, they get intimidated and they feel threatened. And Scribe the Verbalist, this artist here, a good friend of mine, he kept his cool, and we stayed there to watch and to make sure that if there was a police response, they would be held accountable. But something as simple as trying to keep it medical can drastically change the situation. When you call 911, until we get a reformed form of disaster intervention or crisis intervention, whatever you want to call it, law enforcement, a comprehensive form, a better form, you need to be cautious about what you say when you call 911, because What you say can determine whether or not the first person to respond is the fire department, medics, or the police. And do whatever possible to make sure that the police aren't the people to respond. And if you are afraid or concerned for somebody, please stay with them until the situation is resolved so that you can keep the authorities accountable if something bad happens. Thank you.